So graduation is right around the corner. And if you're an international student, here are 4 things you should consider if your long-term plan is to stay in the US after graduation. Number 1, understand that your major will have a direct impact on how long you're able to live and work in the US after graduation. So this primarily comes down to whether or not you are a STEM or non-STEM major. And STEM majors are eligible for up to 36 months of STEM and STEM OPT. And OPT stands for Optional Practical Training, which pretty much allows you to continue working within your field of study after graduation. Non-STEM majors, on the other hand, are only eligible for up to 12 months of OPT. So if you're a non-STEM major, it's important to really understand the limitations of your work authorization and plan a little bit more aggressively for alternative options after your OPT expires. Number 2, position yourself for visa eligibility. Now, there are many different types of immigrant and non-immigrant work visas out there that you can apply for. So it's important to get a very basic understanding of the different work visas out there. Maybe even consult with an immigration attorney. Understand the basic requirements and then position yourself in a way that increases your chances of eligibility for one of these visas. For example, if your goal is to get an O1 visa for individuals of extraordinary ability, I would recommend reviewing some of the main requirements for the O1 visa and then asking yourself truthfully, hey, do I meet at least, 3 or 4 of these requirements? Number 3, understand your employer's immigration policy. Now, if you're working for a US employer on STEM, OPT, or OPT, it's really important to understand if they would be inclined to sponsor you for a work visa or a green card after your OPT expires. This is really important because every company, whether large or small, has their own immigration policy. For example, some companies might sponsor you for a work visa, but they might not sponsor you for a green card. Or if they decide to sponsor you for a green card, they might require you to work with the company for at least a couple years and have a good performance review before they make that decision. Some companies might require you to pay for some of the fees associated with your work or green card sponsorship, where other companies might cover all the fees. It just really depends on the employer and its own immigration policy. So I would say before you start working with a company long term, it's really important to understand and ask these questions early on so you know what to expect down the road. Number 4, consider getting a green card through self-sponsorship instead of through an employer. Now, this is becoming increasingly popular, especially nowadays when company layoffs are pretty common. Visas such as the EB-1A or the EB-2 National Interest Waiver are common and pretty hot visas right now for individuals seeking to sponsor themselves for a green card instead of going through the traditional route of getting that green card through an employer. And the main benefit of self-sponsorship is that you don't have to rely on a company. If there's a layoff or if you move to another company, your green card process is not impacted. So there you have it. 4 things you should consider as an international student after graduation. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like and follow our page for more immigration news and updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.